Welcome, everyone, to a piece of college football history as we crown this season's national champion. There's been so much that's gone into getting here, twists and turns, and now it builds to this, the battle for supremacy. And what a matchup this is. Two survivors of the expanded college football playoff grind, two of the top four seeds when it all began. Both sides have been challenged and pushed all year and through the playoff. Now it's time to find out who can take that final step, as we'll see the number 2 seed in this playoff, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here as always by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, everything has been building to this. It's time for the national championship. Let's crown a champion. Team is out there, and you can feel the energy. One game to determine the national championship. That one bounces through the end zone, so it'll start at the 25. Guys up front lined up. It's first down. Offense will keep it on the ground here. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
He just has to be protected better than that. He's the guy who can shift the tenure of a game. It's the offensive line's job to ensure he's kept clean.
There's a challenging 3rd and 8 now in this opening possession. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. He releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Man, the quarterback got nailed there, Chris. We'll have to take another look. He gets the ball out, but he took a big hit. This offensive line has got to do a better job at taking care of their superstar if they want to have a chance to win this game.
Needs a completion here on 4th down. He'll take a deep shot here. That deep shot is caught for a big gain.
Well, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on 4th down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
And the Sooners getting set on 1st and 10. Off an RPO, the quarterback looks to his right.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards. I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
2nd down after that previous play. And there's the handoff. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
Well, a good run here and a great reminder of what the Sooners are all about. I know they've had quarterbacks that have gone on to win the Heisman in recent years, and Sam Bradford and Jason White and Kyler Murray, Baker Mayfield, all great players. But, man, when I think Oklahoma, I still think of them running the football with Barry Switzer. Option play, pitching it to the backs. Billy Sims, who won the Heisman. But DeMarco Murray and, of course, Adrian Peterson, Marcus Dupree. So great history, not just the quarterbacks, but running the football in Norman, Oklahoma.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. On the shotgun, it's a handoff. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman. Here comes the 8th play of the opening drive, but now it's 3rd down. And he drops back in the gun. Finds his target. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a 1st down.
Well, I've always said I think this quarterback all year long has been able to be as consistent as any quarterback in the country. And when you get the 3rd down, you've got to trust that he's going to make the right decision and throw an accurate ball to give you a chance at a 1st down. There's another example of it right there.
Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
There's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. Wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
2nd down, we're going to throw it. Got him, he's sacked.
You know, a lot of times when you see a sack like this, you got to give a lot of credit to the coverage downfield. I don't think the quarterback really felt good about anybody being open, so he held the ball just a little bit too long and allows the defense to come up with the 1st sack of the game.
Can he keep the opening drive alive? On the 11th play, it's 3rd and long. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
Check out this decision. They're going to go for it on 4th and very long. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver, and he'll loft it to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Oklahoma. In a national championship game, you can't do a better job than setting the tone immediately.
Look, it's the biggest game of the year, so you got to bring your best. An opening drive, the offense right there just did that. That's how you get this thing started.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. From deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. 1st down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They're going to run it. Fights through a tackle. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. They don't block the defensive end. It shows some quickness, Kurt, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Receiver makes the grab. Breaks loose at the 40. Tackled at the 44, but good enough for a 1st down.
They'll move the sticks for a 1st down for this Tennessee offense, and this quarterback is really starting to throw the ball well, putting the ball on the money and giving these receivers a chance to make plays after the catch. And I tell you, they've had some great quarterbacks, as we know, that have played in their time in Knoxville.
1st down, looking to throw the ball. He's going to take off. Breaks loose at the 45. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a 1st down.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
That's going to be incomplete. ground drop here in the middle of the field.
Chris, I don't know if it's the hype of the national championship, the timing between the quarterback and his receivers, but they have not been able to get anything going at all here in the first half. And the problem is they're already down in this game. They've got to put the ball through the air and start hitting some passes, or there's no chance they come back and have a chance to win.
In the clear at the 25. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Nice job of this defense taking away the primary receiver, even his second and third option. But the quarterback's legs are the difference. They almost kept him short, but instead he gets that first down.
On the run, it's Bishop. 5-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 5.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
The Balls are in the red zone. Defense looking to bring heavy pressure here. The DB's right near the line now, showing press coverage. He'll ride the back again here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. The Volunteers come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. Receiver in motion now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And the defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a fourth down stop.
Chris, how about this? The offensive coordinator decides to run the quarterback on a design run to try to catch the defense napping, but the defense was not having it at all. Waiting for that play to be run, comes up with a nice stop to get the ball back.
Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. The shotgun running play call. They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. He hands it off from the gun. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. Either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
So from the 28-yard line, it's a 3rd and manageable here. They'll try to run for the first down. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Boy, the RPO gives you more options on your play. It can confuse the defense a bit as well. Here, they trust the quarterback to be able to make the right decision and get the football into the hands of the playmaker.
The Sooners have 1st and 10 here. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. But I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. The pass rush closing in. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Man, he got crushed there, didn't he, Chris? And we know this guy is their superstar. He's their leader. But based on that last play, this offensive line's got to do a better job of recognizing that they got to take care of him.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Boy, this one's on the offensive line, Chris. They've got to do a better job of protecting the franchise quarterback. This guy's as good as there is in the country, and they're letting this pressure get to their quarterback. You either get the ball out faster, or the offensive line's got to do a better job of taking care of their guy.
And he's throwing for it on fourth down. He'll take a deep shot. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. They've got him, but they convert on fourth down, and the drive keeps going.
Just great execution here on this fourth down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
Pre-snap motion from the offense. Here's the handoff on first and goal. Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here.
A pretty good push up front here by this offense line to get some positive yards here. You wonder if they're going to be able to run it in, or they're going to have to spread this defense out and try to find a one-on-one matchup and put the ball through the air for the touchdown.
Second down and goal. Single back takes the handoff. The junior able to bring him down quickly. They've gotten the ball down to the 3-yard line, but now it's third and goal. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Who says you need explosive plays, Kirk? That was a long, winding scoring battle.
And think about this. This is the national championship, and you're able to execute like that against this quality of a defense. Man, that is a great job by the coordinator and the quarterback being in sync and putting together a heck of a drive.
Kickoff teams come on the field now to send this one away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And Tennessee's offense back out on the field now. Remember last time they went for it on fourth down and got stopped, and the opponent went right down the field. See if they can recover from that here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
They pressure him and sack him to be tackled inside the 10.
A lot of times we get caught up, Chris, in the one-on-one battles with the receivers and the DBs. Here's a great example of up front, the offensive line and the defensive line. Who wins that battle? This time the defense wins it, and they get the sack.
So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. And here comes a deep shot. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up fourth down.
Well, they go to the air to try to pick up this first down, but it just wasn't meant to be. Defense was ready, made sure to force them into this fourth down situation.
Well, the offense failed earlier in a fourth down attempt. They'll try it again here. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. He's got it, enough for a first down. They've got him, but he easily makes the first down, and this drive keeps going. So we've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to get something going here and cut into this lead before halftime. And the Volunteers line up on 1st and 10 now. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Looking for the wideout. And it's complete downfield. Explosive play. The game moves the ball all the way to the 30.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. And they'll stop him short of the line to gain.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. And he can't escape. It's a sack for the defense.
Chris, I think we're starting to see a theme here in this national championship, and to me it's this defensive pressure. I don't know if I thought that prior to this game, but now that we're watching it here in this first half, that's the 2nd sack. They're getting after this quarterback in a big way today.
Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. That's caught. It's Davis. Tackle made after a big gain. First down, clock stops for a moment, but no huddle here. They've got to hurry. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Coming to the line on 2nd down, this is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Looking to dial up the pressure. Let's see if they bring the house. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Will he score here? Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Volunteers. So a long, methodical scoring drive. Great execution. Championship pressure.
Man, this is the biggest stage that you can play on. You're in the national championship, and drives like that are going to wear down the opponent physically and mentally. This wasn't an accident. They were very intentional in how they worked their way down the field, and it pays off in the end.
We'll call for the fair catch here. And the Sooners offense is back out on the field. Interesting position here. How aggressive do they get to try to add to this lead before halftime? First down. Looking to throw the football. It's an out route. The catch made. Defense surrounds it. Just a short gain on that completion. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the 2nd quarter. 2nd down play coming up. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Makes the catch downfield. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
That's what makes this tight end so dangerous. You can flex him out into that slot position. He shows you his versatility. He can be an inline guy that can block, but here he shows you what he can do with his hands.
Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. And looking to throw now on first down. That's the running back who makes the catch across the middle. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
That's another positive game here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, man. You've got to take chances and mix up your...
He's got it inside the 10. And the tackle is made, but the offense now is set up. First and goal from the 9. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play. So that huge gain quickly sets up a first and goal just inside the 10. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Caught near the goal line. He makes it to the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma. But they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. With the extra point, the lead is 14. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And Tennessee's high-powered offense is back out on the field. We'd expect a prudent decision here, backed up near their own end zone. Just run the clock out and get to halftime. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Using his legs on the scramble. The offense will now quickly spend a timeout. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. And the wideout goes in motion. Looking to pass here on second down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds, and it'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Press coverage now from the secondary. He's running out of time here. And the junior gets home, making a sack there. The offense calls a timeout here. That's their third and final of the half. Just time enough for one more play in the half. No press here. The defense backing away. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he'll be brought down, and that will wrap up the first half of play. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Sooners will kick this away to start the second half. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Makes it with a 16. That's good coverage there. And the Volunteers' powerful offense back out in the field. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Fires it to the wideout. Easy throw to a wide open receiver downfield. They bring him down, but that is a huge play for this passing game. Big game.
Boy, just a great job by this quarterback of being able to put this ball up into the air to give his receiver a chance to time that up perfectly for a huge gain for the offense.
A new set of downs after that completion. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
You get to the national championship, Chris, you'd love to see more balance. They've not been able to run the football the entire game, putting everything on this quarterback in their passing game.
Secondary up now, trying to jam these receivers. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
I mean, this defense is having their way with this offensive line. That poor quarterback doesn't have a chance. Every time he drops back to throw, he's getting earhole. You better make some adjustments up front to give your poor quarterback a chance.
Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the third quarter. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Tough running there. And he's finally forced out of bounds inside the 10. Big play to set up a first and goal. Here we go, first and goal. A touchdown here gets him right back into this game. Linebacker shifting around now. And they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional, and I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Chris, I just don't know about short gains like this, especially keeping the ball on the ground. The clock keeps moving. They need points on that scoreboard in a hurry. Got to throw the football. You cannot afford to allow this clock to keep ticking.
And he'll be brought down.
Hey, great job here by this defense. It's going to be fourth down and 1. They bent, but they did not break. We'll see if the offense elects to go for it here on this fourth down play.
No surprise here. The coach has got the offense on the field. They'll go for it on fourth and goal from the 1. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. That's a design quarterback keeper. And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge fourth down stop.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decided to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
They'll run it here. It'll end up being a safety.
Man, that is a big-time play for this defense. Not only do they get a couple points, they get the football back as well. It should give these guys a spark and some momentum.
Running it back, it's Banks. And the Volunteers' high-tempo offense is back out on the field. The last time they went forward on fourth down, didn't get it, and it ended up costing them 6 points. Can they bounce back here? And left with no option, just has to throw it away.
But I like this play. And not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
And the QB will try again on 2nd and 10. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between the quarterback and receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually it's going to cost you.
Pre-snap motion from the receiver. On third down, he drops to throw. Finds a man to the left, big. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. So not what the coach was hoping to hear. Took a chance with the timeout to get the replay. We'll see if burning that timeout is costly down the road. The balls come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Hand off to the right side. Just a small gain. Looking at 2nd and 9.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Short connection to the tight end here. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
That's another accurate throw by this quarterback. And Chris, when we did our prep to get ready for the national championship, we all knew that this quarterback potentially could have a big day. But I didn't expect him to get into this kind of zone. This guy cannot miss just having one of those dream performances.
And they stop him just short. The defense really backed up now. It's 1st and goal.
Chris, this guy has a big-time arm. He just zipped the ball in there. You know, you can sometimes show your arm strength in other ways than just bombing it deep.
And they'll try the quarterback sneak. Fighting for the end zone. Now the ball comes loose. Defense falls on the ball. Crucial takeaway.
Well, already playing with the lead here in the national championship, this defense is opportunistic. Eyes on the football, running to the ball in good team pursuit. When that ball hits the ground, they jump on top of it for a critical turnover.
Here comes a handoff. Fights through the tackler. And that's a solid gain for the defense, able to bring him down.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on 1st down, that's a win.
Important 2nd down play coming up. The defense with pre-snap movement of its own. They'll run it to the left. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Interesting play call here. 3rd and short inside their own 20. They want to get this drive going, or a punt could give the opponents excellent field position. And he's going to float this one to the right side. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. He moves the ball to the 7-yard line. Offense has a 1st and goal now.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the 2nd half. Get to a 3rd down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it. You convert, and you keep working that clock.
1st and goal, handoff. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play. Second and goal for the offense. Looking to score, they'll run it to the right side. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Man, that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a 3rd or a 4th later today.
Extra point makes it a 19-point lead. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Tennessee's offense back out on the field now. They moved it well last time. Got across the 50, but then fumbled the football away. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And he's got it. Jukes to get past a man. Oh, and he's in the clear down the left side. Can they catch him? They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown. Fouls. That's a crucial response by this offense, but still plenty of work to do here in the third quarter.
Well, I love that they're still fighting and competing. You can tell they've made some adjustments at half and try to get them back into this game. And that score is a great start.
Automatic in the PAT. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Returner decides to fair catch this. The Oklahoma offense is back on the field. Last drive, the passing game, very effective, moved him right down the field. And the defense make adjustments.
Well, I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Offense getting set, second down play here. Quarterback's got it on the option. Pitch to the back. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. The offense with some pre-snap motion. Here's the handoff. And it's going to be taken down there, but there is a flag on the field. Holding penalties can be the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it stalls this one. First down here for this offense. The quarterback making some changes at the line. Handoff heading left. He's found some room at the 45. An explosive play across midfield all the way to the 41.
And that's going to be a first down. And really, Chris, kind of surprised here in the fourth quarter not to see this defense dial up some pressure. They're just sitting back in the base, making it relatively easy for the offense to pick up a first down on the ground.
And the Sooners will line up on 1st and 10. And here's the handoff.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line and the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
Second down after that run on the previous play. He'll hand it off. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Well, how fitting for him to get another nice carry here, because it's been that kind of game in the national title. We knew coming in that he was going to be showcased. I didn't think he would have this kind of performance on this big of a stage, but he has, and a big reason why they're going to win this national title.
And then first down, right back to the running game. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Now, I like the run play here. And offensively, at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
Good job bleeding the clock on this drive so far. They'll come up on a second down. Handoff to the back. They'll keep the clock moving. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
Now you're starting to see this defense, I think, wear down now that we're in the fourth quarter. It's been a tough day for them, and the offense is taking advantage of it. A lot of positive plays. Good job at eating as much clock as they can here on this drive in the fourth quarter.
They continue to pound away on the ground. Brings up a 1st and 10. They'll test the right side here. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma. This back cannot be stopped. He is writing his own chapter in championship game history here tonight.
Chris, can you think of a time where we've seen a back have this kind of dominating performance in a national championship game? I mean, it's been some time. This guy's running hard and just so much fun to watch.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. And Tennessee's high-powered offense is back out on the field. Last possession, a one-play lightning strike with the big touchdown pass. Can the defense make adjustments here? On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Pressure is coming. And the junior able to get home with the sack.
Well, here we are in the national championship, and you always talk about offense. And it is. It's become an offensive game. But how fitting to see this defense. This team has a nice lead, and a large portion of that has to do with the way they've been able to get after this quarterback. That's the 2nd sack in this game.
First down loss sets up 2nd and long from the 11. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. And they heave it deep downfield. Oh, that one's picked off. Brought down after a short return. What a pick. Sets up the offense at the 39. And the Sooners offense is back on the field. This group has been clicking. It really built momentum for the defense to make adjustments. Come up with a stop here. There's the handoff. Unleashes the stiff arm. He'll go down, but that stiff arm earned him first down yardage.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
Running game is working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
One way to slow down a very gifted quarterback is to be able to get pressure on him. Right now, the defense coordinator is doing a great job of mixing up the looks, and the defense is winning the line of scrimmage, and I think it's really impacting this quarterback's rhythm.
He stopped short of the marker, so it's 4th down now. And that's the 2-minute warning. This offense looking to run out the clock and secure an impressive win here today. So now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit. Knocks that one right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
So after adding to this big lead, they'll set to kick it away. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And the Volunteers' powerful offense back out in the field. At this point, there's not much you can do except play for pride. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. And up for the first, but still going. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Tackle up near midfield at the 48. And the Vols looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Defense not pressing this time. Fires it to the wideout. He's got it for a big gain. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain. The Volunteers begin a new series here, 1st and 10. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. And it's incomplete as he just overthrew his receiver that time.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
Ball is incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
How about the defense today? They have played so well. I think the defensive coordinator put together a great plan. His kids clearly understood their scheme because they have been aggressive and attacking all game long.
Quick throw to the left. He makes the grab. Tackle made quickly after the catch, but moves the ball to the 12, a red zone opportunity. Looking to throw it on 1st down. The pocket breaking down. He's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Launching one to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
And he gets in for the score, cutting the lead to 14. Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. And the receiving team makes the recovery. The hands team does its job perfectly. Okay, so here comes the Oklahoma offense back on the field. Kept out of the end zone last time. Had to settle for a short field goal. Can they improve upon that here? Running out of time in the pocket. Able to throw it away. He felt the heavy pressure, took a hit, but got rid of the football.
Well, sometimes an answer for an offensive coordinator against a good pass rush is to move the launching point. Move the quarterback from one spot to another to affect the rhythm of the pass rush. That's not having any kind of impact at all on this defense. They're getting after this quarterback no matter.
Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Made the defense look slow that time.
The coaches love to see a football team that doesn't get caught up in the scoreboard. They're just out executing and doing what needs to be done. That's what we're seeing from this offense. Yeah, they continue to put points on the board and they're pulling away. I just love to see the execution and how they're going about their business.
Extra point up and good. A 3-touchdown lead now here in the final quarter. Now they get set to kick it away. And he's going to bring this out a couple yards deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. And the Volunteers' high-tempo offense is back out on the field. This has been a rough game for these guys. Not much left to do but play for pride. And he pulls in the catch. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, this offense has a long way to be able to get back and potentially win this game. But they're doing the right things, managing the clock, picking up good yards, and getting out of bounds.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And the clock winding down. They'll take a deep shot. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it. Offense lines up for a 2nd down play off the incompletion. DB's looking to jam the receivers at the snap. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Defense is coming after him. Took contact on the throw. And it's incomplete. Just 3 seconds left on the clock.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots. Get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Looks downfield and connects with a wide open wide receiver. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down. And that'll do it. We have a national champion.